This week here at Channel 9, we're shining a spotlight on mental health. There's a mental health crisis right here in our community because too many people don't prioritize it or even talk about it. But there's a strong connection between mental health and physical health. And to talk about that, joining me right now is Meredith Delary, the founder and executive director of Running Works, which is helping Channel 9 bring you a special program Thursday night focused on mental health. Meredith, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Now, Meredith, Running Works is all about helping people overcome challenges through running. Talk a little bit about your program and how does it work?
Well, people don't often think that homeless people would want to run, but we're helping with homeless men, women, and children overcome their issues through running. The values accrued through running are discipline, confidence, teamwork, self-respect, respect for others, but also volunteerism, and that's one that people don't normally think about. But we want our homeless men, women, and children to really get their hands dirty at the races that we do throughout the year, from 5K to the marathon. They don't have to run, but they do have to volunteer.
Well, let's talk a little bit about that. How does that process work? When someone comes to your door and says, hey, I want to be involved. How does that work? Where does it go? And the success stories that you guys have.
So some of the success stories are really pretty amazing. You know, when you think about the mental health piece of it, when they come in originally, I mean, most obviously they're not in their best place because they're coming into us homeless. And what we do originally is we do an assessment, we try and see where they are, and we want to help them with their issues because the ultimate goal is housing, obviously. Mental health services. We want to do an assessment on their mental health. We want to offer them food security. We want to offer them transportation. We want to offer them, access to employment and education. And those things are really important. And also the things that we offer are all points based. It's things that they have to earn. And that mental health piece is trying to get them healthy through movement.
And you've seen the success stories.
Oh, it's amazing. They've lost weight. They have better confidence. They have better self-esteem. Those that are in recovery or need to be in recovery that haven't gotten into recovery yet, running and walking really helps with that because it helps with their dopamine levels and all that. It's just amazing.
And speaking of which, being a runner myself, I've noticed that you get the physical benefits, but there are mental benefits as well. Talk a little bit about that. Stress levels go down. Talk a little bit more about that.
So many of them are very anxious. They lack trust. And one of the cool things that happens is when we go on a run or a walk, they start to share their stories because they don't realize that, the endorphins get going and they start to share their stories and everything comes out and they start to feel better because they're talking to someone and it may be the first time that they've actually shared a story in years. They haven't had anyone to talk to. Being homeless is a very solitary, environment. So it's great for them to be able to get out and run and walk and have a sense of community at Running Works.
And it gives them a chance to open up.
It's their team, it's their tribe, it really is.
Now, we do know exercise releases endorphins, which are those brain chemicals that affect mood. But listen to this as well. Outdoor activities have been shown to reduce the symptoms of PTSD, specifically activities like hiking, skiing, and even sailing. And a Harvard University study found that running just like 15 minutes a day can reduce the risk of major depression by 26%. Now, Meredith, I'm guessing you agree with those stats.
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, truly, we've had people come in that say, 8 out of 10 come to us with a substance abuse or mental health issue. And I really think that's more like 10 out of 10 because if you've been on the street for any period of time, there's trauma involved in that. 10 out of 10 of the people who stay at Running Works say they stay because they have a sense of community and a family and a team. And being a part of a team has shown that your ability to withstand pain and go through things and ability to have success increases by like 90%. So those are our marathon finishers. We have 17 full marathon finishers off a park bench. So homeless men and women have finished full marathons. 90% of those have maintained their employment and housing.
All it takes is that first step.
True, and that's amazing.
All right, Meredith, thank you so much. And we have a special program to cut the stigma surrounding mental health, and we hope you'll be with us for this report, Charlotte's Hidden Crisis. There is help, there is hope. Our program airs live Thursday night at 7 right here on Channel 9.